Hi everybody, I'm Bob Schneider. Welcome to the Song Club.
I knew it was a bad idea to meet you here, my dear. 'Cause now that you've done it.
Man, if you only knew all the stuff that I have to go through with my old brain to get here. I thought I'd just be able to come in here this morning and just get going, but I was having some computer problems. So I was like, well, let me just start from the beginning. That's a very good place to start. So I wiped my whole computer, and when you wipe your whole computer, it's like a game of memory, you know, where you put the cards down, you try to remember where all the cards are. I can't remember where all the cards are, so it's a lot of picking up cards and then going, oh, that's not the right card. And eventually, you know, you figure out where all the cards are. But it takes a minute. It's never as smooth as you think it's going to be. But how smooth is my voice right now? Are some of you guys going, damn, what happened, son? Your voice is so smooth. How did it get so smooth? Have you just been eating nothing but creamy peanut butter since the last podcast? Because that's the only thing that makes sense. Because your voice is, I can't even say this word C. Because it's so smooth. Anyways, yeah, it's smooth. You know, the good thing about smooth is that it goes on easy. Real easy. Right into your ear. The way it's supposed to. Anyways, welcome to another Song Club. This is Song Club number 42. Holy moly. That's a lot of listening to me talk about this and that. But I'm glad you're still here, or if you're new, welcome. I'm Bob Schneider, in case you're wondering. In case you just found yourself strapped to a fucking iPad or an iPhone, or somebody's subjecting you to torture by putting you in front of the YouTube, and they're like, hey man, we're gonna have you watch the Song Club until you confess. No, I'll tell you what you want. What do you want? Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Oh, somewhere there's an algorithm that probably just snapped up the stream and said, hey man, by the way, we own the copyright to that song. And I'll be like, but I wasn't singing the song. I was just asking people to tell me what they want, what they really, really want. Anyways, I just watched Les Miserables, or Les Miserables. I don't know how to say it because I am French or speak French. I guess you don't have to be French to speak French. But you do have to be French to understand how smooth my voice sounds. Damn, it sounds smooth. Anyways, I watched Les Mis, but not the damn musical, because that musical, as fine as the actors are that are in that musical, no. No. Bad move. Now, I did see the movie a few years ago with Liam Neeson, and I remember liking it, but now it's of course, like everything else that happened in the past. And by past, I mean anything that happened other than right now, don't remember it. I just remember there was a scene where Liam Neeson was walking. Like if you were to say, describe the Liam Neeson Les Mis. Okay, well, there's a scene where he's walking. What about the rest of the movie? That's all I got. Was it 1,000 years ago? Was it 1,000 years ago that you watched the movie? No. I don't know when I watched it. Probably 8-9 years ago, whenever it came out. But it could have been 10 years ago. It could have been 4 years ago. I don't know. But that's all I've got. Is him looking like he was getting ready to do community theater production of A Christmas Carol. Looking like Liam Neeson. Here's the only thing I know about Liam Neeson. He's packing some heat. And he's probably doing a lot of drinking. I feel like Liam Neeson is either acting or he's drinking and fucking. That's all he does. Now, he's made all these movies where he's some sort of badass. So I think people probably think he's a badass. And maybe he is, I don't know. But he's probably just a really good actor, and he's played some badasses, so he's such a good actor, everybody's like, oh, he's a badass. But I don't know about any of that. But here's what I do know. I feel like he's acting or drinking and fucking. I'm Liam Neeson. God damn, that's... I almost thought I was him. I got so into Liam Neeson right now when I was doing him that my voice is now fucked up. I can't even talk regular. Like, it's taking all my energy right now just to talk like me, because my voice is like, oh, it's become Liam Neeson's voice now. But you don't want to freak people out and just be Liam Neeson for the rest of your life. So talk like you. And I'm like, well, it's hard now because I sound so much like Liam Neeson. Hey, I want to thank everybody that's in my Patreon. And if you're not on my Patreon, it's easy to get on it. You just go to patreon.com/Bob Schneider and you can join today, and you can get all the songs that you're going to hear today on the Song Club and all the other songs from the other 41 song clubs. So that's 45,000 songs that you get for whatever you're paying. You decide. Whatever you can afford. Some people can afford like $1 and a quarter a week. Now, if you're one of those people that can only afford $1 and a quarter a week, you probably belong on Les Mis. You probably could try out for the next American production of Les Mis. And that's cool. But it's not cool because that shit is hard. But if that's all you can afford, then my hat's off to you, and you're having a hard time, and I get it. So, or maybe you're just a bargain seeker. That's cool too. I'm a bargain seeker. I don't like to pay anything for anything ever. But you do get what you pay for in life. I will say that. I remember I bought a t-shirt one time for $80 at Barney's. Now, some of you might be saying, hey, fucker, don't tell us that you need money if you're paying $80 for a fucking t-shirt at Barney's. By the way, I'm going to give you all a guess as to how many times I've been to Barney's. Oh, it's a real small number. It's less than 2, and it's more than 0. Now, if it was 0, then the story I'm telling is a lie. Oh shit, I'm slipping into Liam Neeson. If it's less than 0, if it's 0. I don't know what accent he has. I guess it's like Irish or something. I don't know how to do Irish. I mean, I do know how to. It's magically delicious. All right, let me see if I can do Liam Neeson doing a goddamn Lucky Charms commercial. Hey, it's magically delicious. Hi, but I like it too. It's manly, yes, but I like it too. My name's Neil. I can't do it at all. All right, it's time to wake up. Yeah, so I got a bit of a leak in here, I guess. What was I talking about? Who cares? It doesn't matter. Should we get... Oh, I was saying, yeah, talking about Les Mis and Song Club. Anyways, thanks if you're a Patreon member. If if you can afford more, which you can, by the way. You can always afford more. Are you eating food? You can afford more. You can afford to give me more if you're eating food. Now, if you're not eating food and you're living on the streets, you can't afford more. So don't go more. Don't do more. Okay. Let's listen to a song. Let's listen to the first one. This is a brand new one from this month. And it's called The Destroyer. Let's listen, and then afterwards, we'll discuss. Here it is. Whoa, that came on strong.
Love is the destroyer.
Oh.
Takes everything you fear.
What?
Cuts it into pieces until it disappears.
Yeah.
It's as scary as the darkness. Comes on like the night. Love is the destroyer. You better hold on tight. Let the sword of your love run red till there's nothing but sunshine in your head. Why let the monsters run amok? Let the destroyer fuck them up.
Why let the monsters run amok? Yeah. There you have it. Love is the destroyer. You didn't think it was going to be like The Destroyer. You thought it was going to be like, oh, this song's going to be about some real heavy duty business. But it wasn't. It's just about love. And yeah, love is the destroyer. It will mess you up, boy. So I like that one. I thought it turned out pretty good. I wish I knew what the phrase was, but I can't remember. Because like I said before, don't remember anything that's not happening right now. I feel like you can say almost anything with a real smooth voice and get away with it. Like if you've got, it's kind of like if you can dance. If you can dance really well, you can kind of get away with almost anything. Like Chris Brown, like they had some new, they had those pictures of Rihanna getting beaten up. But then he just danced his way right out of it. And everybody's like, oh yeah, Freaky Friday, ha ha ha. But if he couldn't have danced, dude, that dude would be over. Same with Michael Jackson. I mean, he danced so good, he actually was having sex with kids and getting away with it. That's how you know you're a good dancer. And there might be some people out there that'll be like, hey man, that wasn't proven. To those people I say, watch Leaving Neverland. And then if you can watch Leaving Neverland and then still believe that, I'm going to just take a left turn and go, huh? And then just bye-bye. But a lot of people just don't watch it. I don't want to watch that movie. They don't want to watch it because they want to keep listening to Michael Jackson, which is weird to me. That's like people who want to smoke. Like, I don't want to look at the health risks. I don't want to look at the health risks of smoking. So I'm just going to not look and then keep smoking. Okay, do whatever you want. Oh, let me get back to Les Mis. So I watched the whole series. It's like 6 parts, which it's about a part too long. Should have been about a 4-part or a 5-part at the most. But whatever, they stretched it out to 6. Pretty good. Anyways, because like I said, I couldn't remember anything that happened in Les Mis. I mean, I even watched the damn musical, but I don't, you can watch a musical and not know what happened. Like, were you going to watch Sound of Music and then understand the entire scenario of, pre-war Austria by watching Sound of Music? I don't think so. I mean, you're going to get an idea that some shit was going down, but you're not going to get all the nitty gritty. So anyways, I got the nitty gritty in this series. Man, people are having a hard time. Definitely Pantene, or whatever her name, Fontine's this lady at the beginning. She's real nice. She's a real truster. She's a real truster in human kindness. She meets this dude. It's kind of a spoiler, but it's not that big of a spoiler. But it is kind of a super spoiler, but who cares? You've probably already seen it. Anyway, she meets this boy, falls in love, and she thinks, everything's going to work out great. So she has sex with him, has a kid with him, and guess what? Things don't work out good. Because dudes are real dicks. So if you're a young lady and you're wondering, can I trust this person that I love dearly with all my heart? The answer is no. Because dudes are real dicks. They are. Why that is, I don't know. Can my wife trust me? Oh yeah. But only because I've learned through trial and error to not be a dick. Now, guys cannot be dicks, and that's cool. But you don't know. You don't know if a guy's done the trial and error and now is not a dick, or, I could just be saying I did trial and error and I could still be a dick, even though I'm not. You just don't know. So, here's the lesson of the day for the ladies. Don't trust nobody. Don't even trust yourself. I'm just saying shit now. I don't even know if I believe it. I just want to hear the words come out of my smooth ass throat. At this point, I just want to hear the words sliding out. It's like when you're pooping and you don't even need to poop, but the poop's coming, you're like, I may evacuate some important organs, but you're like, I don't care. It's coming out. Real smooth. And you just want it to keep coming, boy. Oh, shit, gotta fire up my internet. Gotta fire up the old internet. All right, let's listen to another new song. I wrote 4 songs this month, but guess what I'm not gonna do? If the 4 songs that I wrote aren't up to my standard, you ain't getting them. Now, are there other songwriters who are going to give you every song they write? Yeah. You know why? Because those guys are dicks. And as I said before, I'm not a dick, so I'm not going to do that. So I only wrote 2 songs this month that I think are worthy of your attention. And the other 2 are not, even though they're pretty good. I think any other songwriter would be like, I like these other 2 songs that I wrote. But they're not me. So you ain't getting them. You're getting some other shit. That's real good. All right, so let's listen to this next song. This is another new one from this month. It's called CRYBABY. I really like the way this song turned out. Let's listen to it. Hopefully it's not going to come on like the French police in Les Mis. But let's see. Here we go. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. See, already you're like, damn, I love this. Already you're like, fire up the hookah.
I got a plan so every you can hear the wolves call when they come out of the darkness and carry you off into the night. Check
off your clothes.
Whoa.
Chew on the bones of your fingers and toes while you live on the mountain out in outer space.
What?
On a planet so far from the look on your face.
That doesn't make
No one
sense.
can see it, but it's covered in you. So far away, but it's still pretty cool. Cry, baby.
Whoa.
Cry, baby.
Yeah.
Cry, baby. Cry, baby. A mermaid's hair, soft as can be, gets washed every day in the bottom of the sea. So far away from the sun and the moon, it's hard pressed to know what it's doing. There's a world somewhere at the end of the road where people don't die and they never get old. And they sing when they speak and they cry when they're sad, but they never get sad cause things just aren't so bad. Ooh, cry, baby. Cry, baby. Ooh, cry, baby. Cry, baby. They say you should take care of what you desire. Might lead you
Damn.
out too near the fire.
Whoa.
Mind to get down too far off the track to a place where you find.
Man, that song is good, boy. I tell you what, that was a pretty damn good song. I have to admit, even though I did write it. Pretty good. Nice job, Bobby. Nice job indeed. So yeah, those were the 2 new songs for this month. I don't know what the phrase was. So I have a song game. I do it with a couple other songwriters. Please don't ask to be in it because people ask me that occasionally. And I always have to say no because I don't want the group to get that big. Not because I don't like you or think that you're a good songwriter. I'm sure you are. It's just I've done that in the past and it's gotten too big, but you can always start your own song game. In fact, I would recommend doing, got to fire up my internet again. I would suggest creating your own song group because it's fun. And what you do is you just come up with a phrase and you send it to your friends and then you all write a song and then put the phrase in the song and then you get together at some point and you listen to each other's songs. It's real fun. I've been doing it for 20 years and I love doing it. And it also is a great motivator to write a song because lots of times I don't want to write a song. But I have to because I'm in the song game and I run it. And if I don't, then people are going to be like, dude, you said you weren't a dick. But we all wrote our songs and you didn't turn one in. So you know what the default of that situation is? You do. And we do. You're a dick. So yeah, like I said before, not a dick. So I gotta write. Gotta write a song. Gotta write a song. Gotta write a song. Damn, was I getting down during that last song? If you're just listening to the podcast, you were like, I don't know, Bobby, I can't see you. But if you're watching this on YouTube, you're like, that dude was doing some minor league chair dancing. Not major league. Major league would be like that chick in Flashdance where she had the water poured on her. Like, I didn't have a bucket of water above me here in the studio ready to fucking splash down and cool me off after a hot chair dance. But I had some minor league moves, you know. I had some moves that like, a little bit of work and I could go up to the major leagues. I could put a bucket of water above me here in the studio. I could get, dare I say, jiggy with it. Whatever the fuck that means. How about Will Smith just making up a term that didn't exist? For sure that shit did not exist. Like, I've never heard that word ever. And then he just writes that song. I will say this. After he did that, I was like, well, I'm just going to make up my words. And I started doing it. But guess what? None of them caught on because there weren't enough people. You got to get a lot of people to hear something for it to catch on. Otherwise, this shit doesn't catch on. It's like trying to plant a damn sunflower in Texas. The soil's too acidic. Like, you gotta you got to basically kill 100,000 people, let their bodies decompose, become like another foot of earth, and then plant a sunflower seed, and you're barely going to get it to grow. Then you really have to kill another 100,000 people, let their bodies decompose. At that point, the whole place is infested with rats and flies and roaches. So you're going to get a sunflower eventually, but there's going to be 200,000 dead, and the place is going to be unlivable because it's going to be just swarming with vermin. But you will have a lovely sunflower. A lovely, what? Look at that sunflower. It's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. It's too bad it's here in the land of fucking death and decay. Maybe that's why it shines so brightly. It truly is a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. Good God. All right, let's listen to a song. So, all the rest of the songs this month are from, I guess it was about three years ago. It was right before I started doing the song club. And, nobody was hearing these songs unless you were going to the Saxon pub or watching that show on Monday nights. And so I just picked some of my favorite songs from that year. And these are them, and they're all really good, according to me. Now, I don't know about y'all's taste, but when it comes to my taste, I'm 100% correct. Now, with your taste, maybe not, but with mine, 100%. All right, let's listen to one. This is one called Kiss Me Baby. We tried to do this one a couple times live, just never worked. But I enjoy listening to it. And I hope you do too. Here it is. Kiss Me Baby. Maybe. See, already you're like, what the hell is this? I like it. I like it. Yeah. Is it going to change though? Oh yeah. But where are the words? Is that Iron Man trying to...
I'm a rocket ship.
What?
I'm a never-ending story, ain't no one-day trip. I'm the Eiffel Tower, ain't no castle made of sand.
This guy's a lot of shit.
Kiss me, baby, and you'll understand. I'm shaking out my day, shaking out my day.
Yeah.
Weather, let it go.
Let that rainy weather go.
Shaking out my day, shaking out my day, shaking out my day.
Oh shit. Oh, really? That's not cool. I think it was getting too loud. I think when it gets too loud, it cuts out or something. Have to edit that out. If I was playing this for an A&R guy, they'd be like, hey, where's the chorus, motherfucker?
I believed it. Now I gotta play. Kiss me, baby, and you'll understand. Kiss me, baby.
Oh, there it is.
Kiss me, baby. Kiss me, baby. Kiss me, baby. And you'll understand. Kiss me, baby.
It's kind of gross. Having like an older dude like getting down to himself saying kiss me baby. All right, there you go. All right, that's it. So Kiss Me Baby, that's what it is. So it is what it is. I like that song a lot. Like I said, it's a hard one to play live, so we don't do it a lot. Let's just do another one right away. This is called A Hard Thing to Do. And I don't know about you guys, but I've been with my wife now for almost 10 years, I guess, 9 years. I don't know how long it's been. It's been a while. And occasionally it's hard to communicate with each other because we have some built up residue on the relationship. And you have to clear that out. If you don't clear it out with some careful, sort of structured conversation and communication, kind of builds up like hair in the drain. And then that's not good. So if you have that problem, then figure it out. I use this thing. Me and my wife do a little thing called Imago, which is a wonderful way of communicating with each other. And when we do it regularly, it really helps out the relationship. Look into it if you want to look into some better way to communicate with each other. It's a wonderful way to declog the shit that might be clogging up an otherwise perfectly good drain. All right, so let's listen to this song. It's called A Hard Thing to Do. You'll get the vibe. You'll understand what it's about. Let's listen to it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Cowbell, baby.
I'm a big bag of chips, that's right, kinda salty on your lips.
Weird delay.
I make music like the dips, just better, like butter.
Whoa.
I'm like the cutter from that song from the 80s, echoing the Bunny Man, maybe. I don't recall, I guess I could look it up, but then I guess I give a fuck and I don't. All I wanna do is talk to you like a rational human being. All I wanna do is talk to you like a rational human.
Oh, really?
All I do is talk to you like a rational human being. But it's a hard thing to do sometimes. It's a hard thing to do sometimes. It's a hard thing to do sometimes.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to do sometimes.
It's a hard thing to do sometimes.
Oh, yeah. It's not easy. Yeah. Maybe there's another verse. Let's see.
I walk around the planet like Janet J.
Janet Jackson
for extra large.
Whoa.
I'm wearing a Power Nation jacket, baby, like I'm the hill woman in charge.
Man, she was looking cool back then.
Can't stop scratching this itch on my back.
Ooh.
Damn.
Melanoma?
It's the middle of the afternoon, but all I'm doing is painting everything black. Oh man.
Used.
And all I wanna do is talk to you like a rational human being. All I wanna do is talk to you like a rational human being.
That's all I want to do is talk to you like a rational human being. Person. That's all I want to do. Just, have a normal conversation. Is that too much to ask? This is me. Like, when I'm in between songs, I have to do this thing over here. So then I just basically my brain just says to another part of my brain, okay, just talk, but I don't know what I'm saying. It's just like filler stuff. It's basically most of the conversations I had in the 90s or 80s. Back basically up until the point where I quit smoking, I would have these conversations where I'd be smoking, and then it would look like I was listening. Oh, gotta fire up the internet again. Damn it. I would be smoking and I would look like I was listening, and I'd be like, that's interesting. You don't say. But really, that was a different, small, tiny part of my brain that was just, if there's a pause, say, that's interesting, or The rest of my brain was enjoying the cigarette. This is the rest. So this is what was going on. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. And then, so that's going on. And then, but in my brain, this is what's going on. Damn, that's a good cigarette. It's so amazing. I love the way it just fires all these different pleasure receptors in my brain. Meanwhile, blah, 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 in the background. Wow. Oh, look at that. That's interesting over there. I wonder if I'm going to get to that thing that I was thinking about doing. Blah, 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 blah. And then that part of my brain is, nice. Really? But none of that's affecting what's happening, which is me just, yeah. Oh yeah, I think I am gonna do that thing that I was thinking about doing. Yeah, I'll probably do that later. And then the conversation would be over, and then they would walk away and they'd be like, man, that guy's so cool. He's such a great listener. I just like him so much. He's like a masterpiece of a human being. He's a masterpiece. Like, some people are just unfinished works of art, but he's a masterpiece. He's a masterpiece. Anyways, eventually I quit smoking. And then, so now I'm not smoking and enjoying my life. Now I have nothing to divert to. So now I'm just listening to this with my full attention. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And then people are like, he's not a masterpiece anymore. He was a masterpiece. But he's not listening to me anymore. He used to listen. Now he just says bye-bye when I talk. I don't like him anymore. He's not a masterpiece. All right, let's listen to another song. This is a masterpiece. I really do think this is kind of it's weird. I heard this song because I was like trying to figure out, what song should I put on the song club? What gifts shall I give to my wonderful, loyal patrons? And I heard this song and I was like, damn, this is a good song. Damn, this is a good song. And the reason I know it's a good song is because I use the voice so every time I'm writing a song or coming up with a song, I don't know, I'm like pretending, it happens very subconsciously. It doesn't happen like consciously. I don't think about it. It just happens. I use a type of voice. Like if I'm doing a country song, I'll do kind of a country voice. If I'm doing something that's like British, 90s, I'll use that voice. Whatever it is. So this is the voice I use on this, and I call this is like douche folk. Anyways, something like that. It's like if Billy Bragg had an American accent. I feel like this is what it would sound like. Not that Billy Bragg's cool, by the way. Don't get me wrong. I like Billy Bragg.
I guess you've got something important to say. I'm sure you've got something important to say. I'm sure I've got something important to learn, but not today. I'm between concerns.
This guy's definitely from the 60s.
I'm on the mountain in the wind.
He's wearing a turtleneck.
It's blowing me away again. I watch the world and the way that it turns between concerns.
This guy definitely has a Musketeers. He's got a Musketeers mustache and beard. Yeah.
They don't make much sense that I can discern, but I'm between concerns.
I'm between being.
I'm on a ship that's out at sea.
This guy's wearing corduroys.
I'm on a ship inside of you and me. And the waves have crashed, and the water's churning. I'm between concerns.
This guy's not getting laid, for sure.
Made your mark somehow.
I mean, he is getting laid,
Yeah, you're a big shot.
but it's not good.
What will you do?
It's uncomfortable for everybody.
No, I don't care. I am between concerns.
I am between concerns, bitch.
And the light will shine.
All right. Maybe that song's not as good as I thought it was. I think it's actually pretty good, but I actually do think it's good. I like that song. There's something about the attitude of that dude, especially because I've had the smooth voice this whole podcast. Like, I've been so, like, ultra smooth the entire podcast that, like, when that guy comes up, I'm like, that guy's not smooth at all. He thinks he's smooth, but he's so not smooth. So, when I was listening to it, I didn't have this smooth voice. So, that's the problem with everything. You know, it's all about perspective. It's the thing that a lot of people maybe do take that into account, or, you know, when they're thinking about something. There's a famous optical illusion where they take these two boxes and they're the same shade of gray, but they put them up next to these other things, and if you look at it, you go, well, this one's obviously darker and this one's lighter. But then when you put this little template over it and it gets rid of everything that's around the boxes, you realize, oh, they're the same color. And I think that's the problem with everything, is that people don't understand, oh, there's stuff around them that's making them seem that shade. And if you take that away, you realize, oh, it's something different. Which is why you can't. It's hard to take something that somebody said 10 years ago or 20 years ago and put it up to today's standards. Now, this isn't an excuse to be like some evil fucking bastard or some dick, dare I say. If you're an evil fucking dick or bastard, that's going to show up no matter what. But if you're a decent person and you're caught up in the tide of the times or the wave of the times, yeah, you might say some stupid shit. Like my dad says all kinds of stupid shit, but he's a good person. He's a nice, good person. But he does say some stupid shit. But he doesn't realize it. Because he's also kind of a person of his time. So, I don't know. There's at least one person that's listening to this and they're like, fuck that, man. They need to be held to a higher standard. I'm like, go fuck yourself. You hold yourself to a higher standard if you want. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to love everybody, no matter who they are, no matter what they say. Now, am I going to hang out with them? No. Am I going to support their bullshit? No. Am I going to condone anything they do? If I don't agree with it, fuck no. All I'm going to do is love them. Why? Because every moment that I'm alive is an opportunity to love. And the more I do, the more wonderful everything is. And the more I criticize and hate and find fault with, the shadier and darker and colder it gets. So I ain't doing it. I'm gonna find the love and squeeze it till it comes out smooth and creamy, like my voice right now. All right, I got a couple more songs, and we're getting in there. We're getting in there. When I say we're getting in there, we're getting down the line here with this podcast. So here's a song called "Coming and Going." Another song from 3 years ago or so, and let's check it out. Here we go. This guy's ringing something up. He's got an old-timey cash register. He's just like, maybe he's working in a mercantile factory. It's got a lot of stuff. Reminds me of my accounting class in the 80s. This is what my accounting class sounded like in the 80s.
Future seems a little brighter. Your heart feels a little wider. When you're coming, over when you go. Wheels turn a little tighter. Misery gets shattered. When you're coming, over when you go.
I guess we're gonna listen to another verse.
Seems much more pretty.
Much more pretty.
Much more like New York City. Less like Ohio.
Ooh, don't like it.
More like me or now.
Oh, yeah.
When you're coming,
Yeah.
over when you go.
Yep. It's sort of a song that's, where you're like talking about coming, which is always, fun to talk about. It's always fun to talk about coming, like coming into a building, coming into some money from an unknown relative that you don't know. So you're not broken up with grief because you didn't know them, but they did leave you a tidy sum, as they say in the business. Now you've got this tidy sum and a dead relative, and then you look into the dead relative and you realize, oh, this person seemed really cool. Man, what a bummer that I never got to meet them, because they seemed really cool. And then you start feeling real sad, but you got that money like a bomb. And I'll tell you, that money makes a nice bomb. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm still thinking about that Les Mis. It really does make you think about, like, man, there's so many people in the world that are just having a rough time of it. I do have this idea, though. I didn't make it up. I'll tell you who told me about it. I'm going to name drop. This guy, Don Gaiman. He's a producer. He's a real famous producer. Now, I don't know exactly what he's produced, but he produced the first Ugly Americans record. And at that time, he had just produced 2 records that were huge. He had produced a Hootie and the Blowfish record that went on to sell like 20 million records or something crazy. And he also produced that Tracy Chapman record. Not the first one, but the one after that was her second sort of biggest success. And we were in the studio with him, and both of those records were out and, on the charts and everything. And so he was a big time guy, and we were like, well, we're next. Hootie. And the Hootie and the Blowfish guys were coming to the studio and, saying hi to him and stuff. And Tracy Chapman never came by because she was hunkered down at home, being real shy, I guess. I don't know. Who knows what she was doing, but she never came by. We never met her. But we hung out with this Don Gaiman, and he was a very pleasant person. And this is right at the end of my drinking career. I was not in a good place. And Don Gaiman was sober, I believe, at the time. And we were talking about sobriety because kind of everybody around me could tell how kind of in bad shape I was. Because I was just, couldn't stop drinking, and I was hungover every day and not doing well. And we were talking, me and him, about sobriety. And I told him, I was like, man, well, I don't think I can get sober because I don't believe in God. And we were talking about different types of God and stuff like that. And he was like, well, what do you think about this idea? What do you think about the idea that people just decide what they want their lives to be? Like it's their choice, like going to a movie. Like some people want to go see a rom-com. Some people want to go see a mystery. Some people want to go see some epic story of a great battle, and some people want to go to a horror movie. And I was like, well, that's a great idea, you know, and it's easy to say when you're, you know, we're two white guys living in America doing pretty well. But right at that moment, this guy rolls by in a wheelchair. And I mean, he's, you know, real disabled. You know, basically he's controlling the wheelchair with like a straw coming out of his mouth. Like he's you know, he's got like a joystick in his mouth. That's how he's moving the wheelchair. Everything else is not working. It's like a head on a fucked up, you know, jigsaw puzzle somebody didn't put together. And I'm like, what about that guy? You think he asked for that life? And Don looked at me and he goes, yeah. He goes, man, after you've been healthy white guy 10,000 times or 100,000 times or however many times you want to live your life, he goes, you might want to try something different. You want to see what that's like. Try that experience. You know, we're only here for a little bit and we're eternal beings, so. And I don't know, man. When he said that, something clicked, and I was like, wow, that's cool. Like reincarnation, willy-nilly, not cool. Being judged by some psychotic God, none of that makes sense. None of that sounds good. But this idea that we're eternal beings and we can decide what we want our lives to be, and that we know kind of, oh yeah, and this one you're going to be, you know, all disabled, and this one you're going to be beautiful, and this one you're going to be real ugly, and this one you're going to die tragically early. I don't know, man. Something clicked, and I was like, well, that's an idea I can get behind. It makes all the things that seem so horrible kind of okay. Now, I don't even want to tell you where he got the information, because if you look that up, you'll go, oh yeah, that's some bullshit. Because it is. But the idea is pretty cool. And here's the thing about that idea. Of course it's an idea. Of course it's not a fact. Just like any other thing about not being alive. It's all conjecture and thought. And nobody's been dead and come back and said this is what it is, or, I mean, some people say they have, but I don't know about if it's true or not. So it's all just an idea, but I like the idea. And the cool thing is you can kind of choose your ideas. And when I say you can choose your ideas, I mean, that idea could be true. Like, there's nothing that stands in the way of that idea being true for me. So I like to hold on to it. And when things are terrible or horrible, I can think of that idea and go, well, that could be the truth. And if that's the truth, then this isn't as horrible as it seems. And maybe I don't know everything. Because I don't know anything. So I like to have these little ideas that are comforting, and that's one of them. Anyways, let's listen to one more song. Then I'm going to say a couple words, and then we'll get out of here with one more, because we are coming up on that time. Here's a song called Blind Spot. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Another one with a long intro. I like the long intros 3 years ago. Oh, yeah. Gotta tighten up that intro.
Shower in progress, 1972. My Philly fast late, turn to the Subaru. On out party on where my money be. Left it on just for you, honey.
Damn, son, that's nice. I like that opening. That's pretty cool. I wasn't expecting that.
Vietnam backpack, 8-day train ride, eat black snake, breath like cyanide, air like river god. Can't remember now, but it seemed like I might have been stumped somehow.
Damn, Oak Ridge Boys? That's nice.
Gone are the days that I used to regret. Gone are the days that I wanna forget. Gone the days that I wanna get back. Gone the days when everything's black. Don't miss me in the blind spot.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Don't miss me in the blind spot.
What?
Don't miss me in the blind spot. Don't
I gotta look it up. Oh, don't mess with the blind spot of my heart? I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, stop messing with the blind spot. That must be that. How about me not even knowing what I'm saying? How irresponsible is that? With this smooth voice, how could I care though? How come it takes forever for anything to open up on my computer? This is the real question. Oh, that's the whole song. Wow, amazing. I never play the whole song. Oh. Gone are the days where everything's black and why? Why? Don't miss them, they in the blind spot. Don't miss them, they in the blind spot. Don't miss them, they in the blind spot of my heart. I like that. Wow. No wonder I thought that was a good song. Pretty cool. How about that? Can't see the bad. They in the blind spot of my heart. Anyways, that's how I'm going to look at everything that's ever happened to me that I don't like. I'm going to put it in the blind spot. Wish I could. Wish I could. Man, that would be nice, wouldn't it? All right, everybody. Thanks again for joining me here on the Song Club. Again, if you want to become a patron, go to Patreon, patreon.com/Bob Schneider. Join today and you'll get all the songs you heard. You can download them onto your computer. Listen to them whenever you want. You can listen to the whole song. The rest of the songs are good. I mean, the rest of the song that you didn't hear, pretty good. It's not just the beginnings that are good. Sometimes the ends are good too. Also, if you join my Patreon, you can join me every Monday, either at the Saxon Pub or during COVID at my studio for my live stream. And what else do you get? You get some other little things too, depending on what thing you want to join. Anyways, it's fun. We got a nice group of folks that do it. You can be part of that group as well. And you probably are, actually. If you're listening to this, you're probably already a part. Now, you could also, like a good follower of any sort of great, smooth-voiced leader, go and tell other people about it and go, man, you got to get on this. This MF's voice is so smooth. You won't even believe it. So go tell your friends about it. However you do that. The old way, which is you call them up on the old telephone that's plugged into the wall and go, hey, check out this. Or do it on social media. Whatever you want to do it. Anyways, until next time, take care, be safe, do all the things. And here's the last song. And it's called Lana Del Rey. Now I say Lana Del Rey when I wrote this because I thought it was funny. It's the one part of the song that I'd probably change. And if I play this song live now, I say Lana Del Rey. I said it in the beginning, Lana Del Rey, because I thought it was funny, but I don't think it's funny anymore. But I do like the song. Let's listen to it and we'll get out of here. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time. Oh, yeah. Smooth. Yeah, smooth. On the beach. Oh, yeah, smooth. Getting high. Oh, yeah, smooth. Flip flop. Flip flop, flip flop. Food fly. Polaroid. Instagram. Did I write this in the 2000s? See you guys.